I like being mixed because I just don't have to be one thing and I'm able to represent all things. My mom is Puerto Rican and my dad is pretty much everything but Asian, but we primarily identify ourselves as, like, on his side of the family, Dutch and South African.
My mother is third generation Chinese and my father is white.
I am mixed on my mom's side, half like Slavic and Irish, and on my dad's side it's mostly African American, but there's a mix of other races as well.
I've never really faced any struggles of, like, what I'm mixed with or how I look. I do find it, like, quite frustrating, always the question, when people specifically put you into a category based on how you look. So, like, if someone were to say, oh, I thought you were black, like, no, I'm a little bit of everything.
You can get picked on sometimes.
People, when they talk about race, are kind of sensitive around me. It's like no offense when they say things have to do with, like, African Americans or anything.
Something I enjoy about being mixed is that it's fun to see people's reaction when you explain to them, like, what you're mixed with, because it's always cool when people are willing to understand, like, where you come from.
I like being able to experience two different cultures.
I like that I come from different cultures, so I can relate with different peoples, and it's helped me form relationships with some people that I probably wouldn't have if I hadn't been mixed.
I like being mixed because I just don't have to be one thing and I'm able to represent all things, and I feel like that's pretty cool, just to, like, be more than just one thing.
On Christmas, my mother's family, they always make, like, dim sum and stuff, and that's a lot of fun. And then if we go down to my dad's relatives in Texas, we eat, like, baby back ribs. So it's fun being able to see, like, two sides of the world and experience two different things.
The day after Christmas, I always go over my grandmother's house on my dad's side, and there's a lot of family members from that side, like a lot of cousins and everything. The way that they interact with each other is a lot different than on my mom's side.
But I actually try to view it as, like, a positive factor because I think it's cool to be able to experience two different cultures.
I think culture for us isn't really shown through what we do, but, like, I mean, a lot of the foods we eat definitely shows through our culture. So I know, like, on big holidays at my mom's side of the family, we have a lot of Puerto Rican foods or Spanish foods. I know one thing that's always my favorite is pagao, which is, like, hard rice at the bottom of a bowl. So once, like, the soft rice is all finished, you scrape the bottom of the bowl and it's kind of like eating fried rice, and that's pretty cool.
There are a lot of small traditions like Chinese New Year and stuff that they do follow, and just a lot of little things, and it's really fun. And then on my dad's side, they're, you know, pretty typical white family.
The biggest way I'm reflecting my culture is probably the color of my skin and the curliness of my hair.
I don't really think I do much to reflect my culture. It's just my everyday lifestyle, kind of. I live a very, I guess you could call it a white lifestyle with some elements of, like, Chinese culture in there.
I think I actually go against stereotypes, which is good because there's a lot of things people can say about both sides. There's, like, Puerto Rican people just being, like, too loud and too energetic and maybe just, like, the ones to, like, always get in trouble. And then also, like, there's a lot of things with being also, like, part black where a lot of people stereotype people of color to be, like, bad and mean people, and I kind of go against, like, all those stereotypes, so that's pretty good to know, like, I don't fit into a specific category.
I like having input almost from different sides and different ethnicities, so I think that's interesting.
My mom's really strict with both me and my sister about grades, and I guess both my parents are pretty strict because they want me and my sister to do the best we can in everything we do.
I really am not called any names for being mixed, but I'm generally, like, friendly to all people, so I don't usually get called names anyway.
The only person who really calls me names about my ethnicity is my dad, and he always calls me mutt, so that's pretty funny. I don't really mind it.
I just like to identify myself as mixed because I guess it's, like, the easiest way to put it.
Normally I just consider myself half white, half black.
I mean, I guess when people ask me, I'll say I'm mixed race or biracial, but if I really had to just categorize myself into one, I'd probably go with white because I think my lifestyle and my upbringing has been a lot more what you would think of as white than Asian.
For a lot of years, I wish that I was, like, completely white instead of just being mixed, so just embrace whatever color your skin is and the cultures you come from.
Equality shouldn't be defined by how you look, but how well you look doing what other people think you can't do.